Kurasawa films, the second major direction for Star Wars, used in the 1973 synopsis, was to use the Flash Gordon vocabulary to create an outer space version of the samurai films of Akira Kurosawa, in particular Kakushi Toride ne San Akunin, The Hidden Fortress 1958, Tsubaki Sanjura, 1962, and Yojimbo, which means bodyguard in 1961. Joseph Campbell's The Hero with a Thousand Faces eventually gave Lucas a third and final major story direction, but many elements from Kurosawa works remain, including the two bickering peasants, which evolved into the droids, elements of the Obi-Wan and Luke relationship, and the queen who often switches places with her handmaiden. Darth Vader, like evil general, who was a change of heart at the end of war, at the end wears a kimono, commonly called simply as a mon, a Japanese family crest that looks very similar to the imperial crest. The subtle lesson Lucas learned from Kurosawa is how to translate movie ideas between America and Japan. Kurosawa had become famous partially for telling stories about Japanese samurai using ideas he borrowed from American Western and detective stories. Kurosawa's Yojimbo was based on Dashiell Hammett's 1928 book Red Harvest. Hammett had been a real-life detective for the famous Pinkerton Detective Agency, so his crime stories had a ring of authenticity that readers loved. Red Harvest was Hammett's first novel. It told of the story of an unnamed gunslinger who cleans up a crooked town mostly by pitting the bad guys against each other, though he wasn't above killing the bad guys himself when the situation demanded it. Kurosawa's remake starred Toshiro Mifune as the man with no name. Then in 1964, Italian director Sergio Leone remade Yojimbo as Per un Pugunda de Dollari, A Fistful of Dollars, starring Clint Eastwood as a man with no name. Leone was probably inspired by John Sturges, the Magnificent Seven in 1960, which had just earned a pile of money remaking Kurosawa Sorrentino's No Samurai, The Seventh Samurai in 1954, Leona's Spaghetti Western, a Western made in Italy partially to save production costs, was extremely popular. Earned a lot of money and made Eastwood a star, though it also typecast him in man with no name like roles for the rest of his life. The Coen brothers borrowed from Red Harvest Yojimbo again in 1990, combining it with Hammett's Glass Key in 1930 to create the film Mahler's Crossing. Yojimbo was finally remade again in 1996 with Bruce Willis playing the man with no name character in The Last Man Standing. Lucas's affection and admiration for Kurosawa may have influenced his decision to visit Japan sometimes in the late 1960s when he scouted for a potential location to shoot his first feature film, THX 1138. Released in 1971, Lucas borrowed the name Jedi from Jedi Geki, literally pure dramas, movies about samurais. He may have found additional inspiration in Leiji Matsumoto's Uche Shinkan Yamata Star Blazers in 1974 and the movies by Ishiro Honda, the inventor of Godzilla, in particular Uchiha Daishinso Battle in Outer Space 1959. Webmasters El Mangua's reverse reference essay makes a convincing argument that Kario Daikisan, the Magic Serpent 1966, is among the strongest influence on the basic story of Star Wars: A New Hope.